Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience.
We want to see you become that best version because I know you can. The choices that led up to right now where you are, if you're overweight or if you have diabetes or high blood pressure, whatever it is, realize that the body can get sick, you can also get well. Lifestyle is the medicine. So the choices that we make every single day, that's what matters. You have to know that if you make new choices, you're going to have better health. It's the truth. If you make bad choices, you have bad health. Like it's real simple. Spend all your money, you're broke, you're in debt, whatever. So we want to help you on this show, okay? Call in. Remember, you can always call, text. You can go to any of the social media outlets. Send us an email, send us a DM, whatever it is. We want to make it part of the show, and we'll help you in every way. Now, we're going to talk about some healthy snacks today that people are on the go. I'm on the go all the time. People always ask me, like, what do you eat? Like, how do you eat? How do you eat healthy on the go? You're preaching all this stuff, and how do you eat yourself? And I said, you know what? I've come down with some methods that I do. That have been really helpful, but also there's some methods that just the general population knows about. The people who are busy, like they did studies on busy people and what they eat to stay healthy. Because remember, it's all about eating the right kind of foods, right? You want food that fuels your body. The right kind of foods you eat on a regular basis that put the right kind of nutrition in is going to be the absolute key. That's what we have to focus in on every single day. That's the key. All right, we're going to talk about that in just a moment, but first, I want to get to those phones. Now, a lot of people call. You call in the show. They're lining up, and I don't want you to get missed out on. So let's get started, and let's go with Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Welcome to the show.
I have a few things going on. I am being treated for thyroid, which is doing better now, but I also have angina. And I'm just wondering if he knows of any supplements that are safe to take that could help get more blood to my vascular system and make me feel better. I'm dizzy a lot, and it hurts.
Okay. So one of the keys you've got to look at, and this is really, really important. Supplements in general are good, but your food is really important. Like your food is, that's the foundation. Supplements are what they are. They're in addition to a really good, healthy diet, right? So that's what you want to focus on more than anything, is you want to focus on getting the right kind of foods in. The anti-inflammatory diet is where we always start. It's the core of our health club. It's the core of what my book talks about. It's what I use clinically for 2 decades, helping people, and our health coach providers still follow the same policies with the anti-inflammatory diet. Why? Because it's balanced. It gives the body equal amounts of lean quality protein sources like chicken, fish, beef, or eggs, low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, and then good healthy fats, almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados. All of this lays the foundation for your overall health, and that's what really matters. So when you're asking a question like this, whether it's angina or whatever, I know you want specifics, but I want to start with more of your foundation. I want to start with what you do on a regular basis. So the foundational 4, in addition to the anti-inflammatory diet, is what we really push. Because, and again, these are all the website, and if you just go there, our store, our online store has it. But it's a good whole food multivitamin, okay? You've got to get a little bit of everything that you need. Our foods are so depleted right now. The soil is so depleted right now. You're not going to get the nutrients that you need just out of the foods. And especially if you add in fast foods and the wrong kind of foods and overcooking the foods, you're just going to deplete the nutrients more, right? So we want to get the right kind of foods in on a regular basis, and that is the absolute key. So what do? Well, you eat the anti-inflammatory diet, but you do a good whole food multivitamin that gives you all the minerals and the trace minerals and the vitamins. So if you're not getting it from the foods that you're eating on a regular basis, it fills in the gaps, is a good way to put it. All right, number 2, our digestive enzymes. Put in the right kind of digestive enzymes because the soil's depleted, because the foods typically are not what we call live foods. They've been cooked, they've been broken down. Your body can't digest and process the foods that you're eating on a regular basis. So getting the right kind of nutrition in, especially with digestive enzymes, helps to break down your food. For example, if you eat salmon and broccoli, that's a good thing, right? It is. But if your microbiome in your gut's not working right and you're not breaking down your foods right, then what happens is you're going to eat certain foods in the way they're originally designed, and you're not going to get what you need. Meaning that you may only digest 20 or 30% out of the food you're eating with the salmon and the broccoli, but if you took digestive enzymes with that meal, you would break down and digest and assimilate and absorb 80 or 90%. See, we're only as healthy as the foods that we can eat, digest, absorb, assimilate, and eliminate effectively, right? So we are what we eat, but there's several steps to that along the way. Granny really knew what she talked about when she was talking about, honey, you are what you eat. So it is true. So when you're dealing with something like this and you want to know supplements, yeah, so those two are important. Number 3 is essential fatty acids. I like cod liver oil, omega-3 fatty acids. We need them. You should be getting tested for those about every 6 months to make sure that your levels are where they need to be. And number 4 is probiotics. Probiotics put the good bacteria back in the digestive tract so that it can function in an effective way and function at its highest level. That's what we want to do when it comes down to something like that. So you want to put the right things in. It's the key. You want to put the right things in with your body so that it has the right kind of nutrition that it needs to function at its peak level. Because remember, when your body breaks down and you get like angina, like you're talking about, or diabetes, or if you get any kind of major health challenge like that, it's only because the body, for the most part, I mean, there's genetic involvement a little bit on some of these, but not a lot. It means your body's not getting what it needs on a regular basis. And if you give the body, if you locate and figure out through blood work and testing and figure out what the body needs, and you start to give the body what it needs, then the foundation can improve. Then it starts to begin to grow, and it starts to, the body can heal itself. Like if you can get anything out of this, is I want you to understand that what I'm teaching, and again, doctor means teacher. I've got 3 doctorates, okay? It just means teacher. I'm telling you, the body is amazing. The way God designed the body is absolutely amazing. Blows me away every single day. And the body can regenerate every single day. Each cell, old cells die off, new cells form. We get a brand new body about every year. Some parts of our body every 7 years. Okay? So, if you realize that, supplements are great. Food is your foundation, though. Don't forget that. Supplements add to what food is already doing. What it can't do, supplements are designed to go in and fill in the gaps within that. But that is a great, great question. Now, we're talking about healthy snacks, because I want to get into that. When you're busy, how do you eat healthy? Well, number 1 that you should always keep with you, keep them in your purse, in your briefcase, guys. Keep this with you in your truck, in your car, whatever, is nuts. Okay? They have done study after study after study after study after study. Nuts like almonds, walnuts, cashews, they are just powerhouses. Matter of fact, 1 ounce of nuts every single day lowers most forms of cancer and heart disease by 65%. Like, where else are you going to get 65% reduction in all of that just by eating it's basically a handful, right? So about a 1 ounce portion would fit in the palm of your hand. 15 almonds, 20 pieces of walnuts. You eat that on a regular basis, and guess what? You're going to lower your heart disease rate and your cancer rate down by 65%. That's a lot, and it's easy to do. So not only that, but they can reduce your waistline by up to 1 to 2 inches just by eating nuts every single day. So this is one of those foods, like I make sure every single day I have 1 serving. So I asked a longevity expert, Dr. Michael Greger, who's a colleague of mine, and I asked him, I said, in an interview, which you can check out on one of my podcasts, Dr. Michael Greger said that you can throw everything else away that we teach. But if you will focus in on one thing and one thing only, I said, what are just some basics? He goes, every single day you should eat beans, greens, and berries.
If you're looking for increased strength, increased endurance, and better recovery, then look no further than an all-natural nutritional supplement called creatine hydrochloride. Concrete is the brand, and it's the most absorbable form of creatine hydrochloride found today. Now, creatine is not just for athletes, you probably heard that before, but creatine hydrochloride is for the everyday person looking to improve their health. Listen, I started taking creatine in college when I was a strength and conditioning coach at Florida State University, and I've taken it ever since my college years, and it's made a massive difference in my life. Everything in my body, I believe, is functioning better because of creatine. Creatine hydrochloride I've moved over to using Concrete, and it is the best form of creatine on the market. Concrete creatine hydrochloride is available at most Walmart stores and on Walmart.com or any store that carries nutritional supplements. Just make sure to look for Concrete brand creatine hydrochloride and watch your endurance, your strength, and your recovery and your immune system get boosted today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Every single day, beans, greens, and berries. is part of your diet, no matter how you do it, no matter how you craft it, no matter how you put it together, beans, greens, and berries. And guess what? I've been doing, ever since I talked to him, now I ate these foods, and I eat greens every day, but I didn't eat beans every day, and I didn't really eat berries every day. So, like, I've switched over to that. That's a big key. Well, I'm adding a fourth one to what he talked about, and that's eat nuts every single day. We know for a fact, and they're easy. Look, you don't have to keep them refrigerated. Throw them in a little Ziploc baggie. Keep them in your briefcase or your purse, and you've always have them with you because you want to be. I'm a firm believer outside of intermittent fasting if you're doing that, but you do need to eat to keep blood sugar levels stabilized about every 3 to 4 hours, and it's a great way. If you're stuck in traffic, whatever, you've got a handful of almonds right there. You've got proteins and healthy fats in one single serving right there, and you never have to think about, okay, I'm starving, I've got to go to a fast food place. How many of you ever done that before, right? You don't have to think I've got to go get food right now. Potato chips are the only thing that sound good. If you stay ahead of the game, that's the key, and that's the other key for people that snack. They're always prepared if they have the right kind of snacks, and you'll never get overtly hungry like that. The other thing is many times when this is what healthy people do for snacking, another thing that people do is they stay hydrated. Most people are dehydrated in a major way. So keeping a bottle of water with you on a regular basis, why you'll always see me with one of these, always. Everywhere I go. This one's cool because it's got the little hook, so I can carry the hook with me everywhere I go. But you'll always see me with these things because I always am staying hydrated. I'm always drinking water on a regular basis. Staying hydrated is an absolute key to eating less calories because most of the time when you've got that really bad craving for hunger, go drink like 12 ounces of water and see what happens. The hunger just goes away because the body was actually telling you that it was dehydrated, not that it was hungry. And that happens a lot. And that's what happens with obesity. People get that trigger and they eat with that trigger instead of drinking with that trigger, and that's where a lot of the expansion happens and the fat and the weight gain really happens. So another great snack, though, when you're on the go that I'm a big fan of are bars. I love no-cal bars. They're one of my favorites. Literally, I keep them in my briefcase. I keep them in my backpack. I keep them in my travel bags. I just have them everywhere. They have plenty of fiber. They also have plenty of protein. One bar has like 20 grams of protein, and then the good carbohydrates. Low glycemic carbohydrates and a high amount of fiber. Fantastic. Like 6 grams of healthy fats that come from almonds. So it's just one of the best things you can do to put in your body on a regular basis are the no-cal bars, or a good equivalent of that has the right kind of sweeteners in it, stevia, monk fruit extract, something along those lines. Anything that you can find along those lines that can help is the key when it comes down to healthy snacking. So I like bars, I like nuts. I do like fruit. Fruit's kind of challenging, though. You want to stick with like apples or oranges, things that don't really get beat up because the bananas can get all mushy and it's hard to carry a lot of the other kind of fruits. But those are the main things you got to focus in on. Snacking, if you do it the right way, protein powders. You can carry protein powder in shaker bottles. I do that with me all the time. Organic pea protein and certain types of whey protein, they're all really good. That can be extremely beneficial if you do it in the right way. And that's the key, is doing it consistently and carrying it with you. Now, I'll tell you one more that I just love are hard-boiled eggs. I know. Like when I go to gas stations and whatnot, they have them now everywhere. I go in and grab like hard-boiled eggs and fruit. This is if I didn't prepare, right? So I'll go grab hard-boiled eggs and some fruit, piece of fruit, maybe an apple, and some almonds. And I mean, it's just like, it's great. So there's great ways to do that, snack in the right way and get the right kind of foods, but you just have to plan ahead. That's the key. You just have to make sure that you stay ahead of the game. Now make sure you can reach out to us. Always give us a call. You can also join any of our social networks like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Make sure to go engage with us there. And then also you can text. If you send me a text, I'll get it, and we can answer it right there for you. Like, it's really, really simple to get connected with us, to ask us your question. And of course, I've got you all lined up there. But, we're going to get to you. But just remember that we've got a whole staff, we've got a team that can help you. Our health coach providers are always available to help you to get to the next level with your health and with your life. Sometimes you just need a hand. We've got health retreats that are coming up. You can come be with me and my team at certain locations, beautiful locations in Florida, that you can just come get rejuvenated and learn how to be healthier, learn how to be better for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, because really it's about becoming the best version of you, reaching your potential, and it all starts with great lifestyle choices. I am so glad you're with us today. Look, this is all about you. Did you know that? Like, believing in yourself is all about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. No one can do this for you. I'm telling you, like getting the exercise that you need every single day, nobody can do that for you. Eating the right kind of foods every single day, no one can do that for you. Doing the right kind of things every single day, no one can do that for you. You have to take responsibility for your health. Like, no one can take responsibility for your health but you. So the choices that you're making every single day, they matter. The choices that you want to encourage others to make, they matter because you're the one giving it to them. But remember, for your own health, you got to make the right kind of choices. That's the key. And on this show, we want to help you do that every single day. Now, obesity is big in our country. Did you know that 70% of Americans are overweight? And there's a difference between being overweight and obese. 70% of Americans are overweight, and about 36 to 40% are in the obesity category. Obesity is a certain level of body mass index, or we call it BMI, where the weight itself is causing other conditions. So the obesity is causing the high blood pressure or the diabetes or the depression or the cholesterol or whatever it might be. Like, the obesity itself is the root cause of whatever else is going on. So the obesity rate, though, they're talking about how it's fueling diabetes in a major way, and it is. I mean, when I started doing this show, 1 out of 3, listen to this, 1 out of 3 of our young people were diagnosed with diabetes before the age of 11. That has already doubled now with where we are. So the diabetes rate in our country has skyrocketed. But the good news is it's one of the number one conditions. So if you know someone, a loved one, that has diabetes, it's the number one condition that you can come out of. Like I always say, if you can lifestyle your way into getting sick, you can lifestyle your way out and get well. And so the choices that you're making every single day can and will determine the kind of health you're going to have tomorrow. So our health is our greatest wealth, and the choices that you're making now, they matter more than ever. And diabetes is no different. Like, we've done show after show. I've done several different documentaries, docuseries, reality TV shows on the Discovery Channel that were on diabetes, called Reversed. You can all catch those episodes on Believe, our network, our All Health Network, Believe.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today. Did you know that you can listen to the AsaRx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
But I want to talk to you about this because it's really important. So with diabetes, they have found the obesity rates rising and of course, diabetes rising with it. Look, I'm going to give you a little protocol right now for diabetes. Number one, if you have diabetes or know someone that does, you have to get a provider, a health coach provider, a primary care physician to work with you and hold you by the hand. Don't just go read one of my books and just think you're going to just wing it on your own. You have to get someone to help you. That is a key. Don't do this on your own. You can't just kick the donuts out on your own. You need someone to help you. That's a provider that knows what they're doing, that's been trained. It's good to have a spouse and good to have a friend and a network of people, but it's good to have someone that can really walk with you in this process, carry you in this process, and make a big difference, okay? That's a big key. Now, the other thing is your eating habits have to be right. Your exercise habits have to be right. If you get diagnosed with obesity at that level and diabetes, exercise 6 to 7 days a week is mandatory from here on out. Like, this is not one of those things that you can just do it for like 3 months and then take a break. This is full on all the time. You've got to go. And there's no more, taking time off and doing all. No, you have to go. It's time. Like Like with diabetes and obesity together, when those are together, it's go time. So your eating habits have got to be right. We can help you with that. Our health coach providers can always help you with that. My book will help you with that. The health club will help you with that. It's a whole group of people that are just in it to win it, to get healthy, to live healthier, to be a better version of themselves. Like, that's what that is. We can help you with that. But one thing I just want you to know, that with diabetes and obesity, if that's you, that you can live an extraordinary life and you can come out of where you are. The body is designed to regenerate, and you don't have to be stuck where you are. Remember that you can become the best version of you. Look, you can reach your potential and become the best version of you if you make the right choices every single day. And it has to be every day. Now, you can mess up every now and then, but really, when it comes down to great health and feeling great, having that energy and vitality that just feels amazing, feel like you can conquer the world, you can be the best dad and the best mom and the best son and the best daughter, the best grandparent. You want to be that grandparent that's running around and not scared to bend over because you do your DDPY yoga, right? And you can bend over and nothing hurts when you reach down and pick up that little 30-pound jewel of yours because you feel great. Like, that's the kind of life. No aches and pains. And it sounds like I'm talking like a utopia, right? But it doesn't have to be. Like, if you make the right kind of choices, I'm here to tell you on this show, and the ways that will help you, learning here on this show, we can help you get to the next level with your health and your life. If you need help with our health coach providers, they're always available to help you. Just make sure you can always reach out to our office and our company. Here on the network, we've got a plethora of people that are just experts in their field, and they're thought leaders, and just they've got great inspiration and knowledge to be able to help you. It's all about the knowledge. Knowing what it takes to get healthy is one thing, but doing and the action and the motivation to get there, like, it takes all of that, all stirred up in the pot to really make it all work. But on this show, we want to help you do that, to go to the next level with your health and with your life. Now, you can always give us a call anytime. Text us. You can send emails in. You can go through social media and send me some DMs on TikTok or Instagram, Facebook, whatever. However you want to get connected with us. Look, we're just glad you're here, and we want to help you go to the next level with your health and your life. But let's kick off on the phones and go with James. Hi, James.
When you have a thyroid, what are some of the symptoms? Is one of the symptoms a lot of weight loss, losing appetite? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I haven't lost a lot of weight in the last 30 days. So I'm trying to figure out, do thyroid have anything to do with weight loss, loss of appetite?
Yeah, so James, it does. It plays a role, but loss of appetite can be coming from a lot of different areas, not just thyroid. So thyroid can cause weight loss, yes, and it can cause all kinds of issues. It can do the reverse. It can make you really sleepy and cause you to gain weight if it's going the wrong direction, or if it slows down too much. So there's a thing called hypothyroid, which means slow. Remember, hypo means slow, and there's hyperthyroid, which means fast. Hyper is like you're hyper. So if it's hyperthyroid, then it's running really, 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 really fast. But if it's hypo, it's running really slow, and that can cause you to gain weight. So the best thing to do is get with your primary care physician, get a test done, and let them check on the different thyroid levels and figure out exactly what's going on with that. That's the key of what you got to figure out. Now, that's number one. And then number two is, blood work can be done, but also get some saliva testing done and get some mineral testing done with iodine. Look, iodine is the number one trace mineral when it comes to thyroid function, and many people are deficient in iodine and don't even know it. Now, they removed iodine out of our diet. It's in some salt, but rarely. Most salt containers tell you that they're all proud that they've removed the iodine from it. But only the pink Celtic sea salt, Himalayan sea salt, is the natural occurring way salt really needs to be produced. And it contains all the minerals in there, including iodine. And that's the better way to go. But because it's been removed from our diet, it was taken out of our bread, and bromide was replaced with it, which actually binds to the receptor for iodine and makes it hard for our body to even use iodine when it does get it. So think about that. So the big key is really figuring out if that's the issue. But you can put the iodine test. There's a home test, and you can get iodine, which is kind of it's like a purple-red color, and you put it on your skin, and your skin will turn yellow. Now, what you want to do is you want to see how long it takes for that yellow to absorb. If it's more then say 5 or 6 hours, you're okay. If it's gone within an hour, then you're probably heavily deficient in iodine. So it's called the iodine patch test. We've used that for a long time. Kind of an old school family physician type method, but it works. And you can really see if somebody needs iodine or they don't. And iodine's one of those minerals that many of us are deficient in. We're not getting enough of it, and it impacts our health in a negative way. So iodine does a lot. People think it's just for the thyroid, but it's way more than that. It's heart rate and rhythm. It's our overall appetite, metabolism, and even our brain function. Like brain fog can come from not enough, well, they say not enough thyroid function, but really it's a lack of iodine that causes a lot of the brain fog. So it's a good thing to check out. But again, there could be other conditions going on with weight loss. That's why you want to get with a physician and really get tested and learn everything you need about what's going on inside your body. That's why I'm a huge fan of testing. Like, I love blood tests. Blood tests are just the absolute key for what you need to get to the next level with your health, because if the numbers don't lie, right? Like, if you see certain things, you may feel a certain way, but if those numbers say a certain thing, then you know for a fact that that's it. You know for a fact that you're going to have to get everything in order for your body to work the way it needs to. So I would encourage you, get the test done. If you want to send them to us and get my thoughts on it, definitely send it to our provider team, and we can even make it part of the show possibly. So, all right, but thanks for reaching out. Thanks for the call so much. That's what we're here for every single day. All right, so I love talking about what to do, how to eat, what exercise to get, all that kind of stuff. But what I want to talk about right now is so important, and it comes down to how to eat healthy to lower the inflammation in the body. Now, inflammation's key, right? It impacts so many people, but there's several keys that you can really make a difference in lowering the inflammation in the body. Number one is getting enough protein. So what is protein? Protein's like chicken, fish, beef, eggs. They're the foods that are the building blocks of our body. We have what's called essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. But the bottom line is amino acids are needed for our cells to be at their healthiest state. So that's number one. So eating enough of those on a regular basis is key. Number two is you want to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. And people say that, and it's like, okay, what does that mean? Eat a banana and some broccoli. Well, servings is real confusing. So just remember this, about 3 or 4 servings a day of vegetables and about 1 to 2 servings a day of fruits. And what is a serving? Look, if you can fit it in the palm of your hand, that's a serving. Don't overthink it. Like, if you eat a bowl of berries, great. If you eat a banana, great. Don't eat 8 bananas. You see what I'm saying? Like, keep it simple. And with vegetables, there's hardly any calories in vegetables, and there's tons of fiber. So if you want to eat a bowl of broccoli, great. If you want to eat a plate of broccoli, great. You might be a little gassy, but not so great, but just go hang out by yourself for a minute, right? But the whole thing is, don't get caught up on the serving size, but every single day, like I said, the top 3 things to eat every single day if you want to avoid cancer, heart disease, and all the major diseases are beans, greens, and berries. Those 3 things, okay? Beans, greens, and berries. Hands down, you want to include them in your diet every single day. I do. I started implementing that years ago. It makes a huge difference. Here's another one for longevity that no one really talks about, and it's soup. And you're thinking, that's kind of like old school grandma, right? But soup is really, really beneficial. Especially, I'm a big fan of the broth soups, like chicken, beef bone broth, chicken bone broth. The health benefits of the ages, like the research on this is unbelievable. The collagen that you get out of these soups are so healing to the gut and the microbiome of the gut. It really sets the stage. Like when you have what they call leaky gut, which is, that's a whole topic that I'll hit at one point. But leaky gut's basically where your nutrients are not being absorbed fully in the gut, in your stomach. So think about this. If you eat broccoli and salmon, you want to be digesting 80 or 90% of that, then your body can take those raw materials and make good, healthy cells on a regular basis. But if you have leaky gut, or you don't have good absorption, and you've got an issue within the gut itself, you may only be absorbing 10, 20%. The rest is going to waste or leaking out even worse into the body, causing all kinds of inflammatory responses. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Again, more detail, we'll hit that. So if you're dealing with any of that, soups are really good because of the way the body absorbs them. And when you get at least 30 grams of collagen, which can come in the form of a supplement form, or you can get it in bone broth. Either way, however you get it, it's extremely healing to the gut, and it helps to rebuild the joints, the skin, the hair, the nails. I mean, the list goes on and on with how good this is and what it can do for you. Now, there's a vegetable broth actually can be very beneficial too if it's got enough of the vegetables in it. That vegetable broth has all kinds of healing properties for the gut as well.
Want to turn back the clock 15 years and have more energy? This is Dr. Asa telling you to just breathe with LiveO2. LiveO2 delivers the right amount of oxygen we need for optimal health. Go to liveO2.com. That's liveO2.com.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
So again, it's about making these good choices every single day. To lower the inflammation, there's one more key I want to really hit on. And this one, not a lot of people talk about it, but it is so important. And it's eating the right kind of fats. I am an avocado fanatic. I think they're extremely beneficial. They always say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and there's truth to that. Like, there really are nutrients in the apple that ward off so many health challenges and diseases in the body that it really does make a big difference. So that is true. I mean, no doubt about it. But the avocado is a powerhouse that we have to look at. The avocado is an extreme powerhouse that can make a huge difference in your overall health in a major way. So I would look at the avocado as something that you'd want to eat every single day. And I always say an avocado a day keeps the doctor away. But did you know this? That avocado is the number one superfood for a man in his prostate. So for me, I have one of those. Thank the Lord. And so an avocado a day keeps prostate issues away. So keep that in mind. Avocados are great. But other healthy fats, almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados, your healthy oils that are not cooked, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, those are fantastic, but just don't heat them. You can heat the coconut oil. It's one of the few oils that don't break down under heat, but like olive oil, don't heat it. Good to eat, but don't heat it. Okay, so those kind of things. But the healthy fats are so important for lower the inflammatory response in the body. It's mind-blowing what it can do. So absolutely look at that. When you're looking at lowering inflammation in the body and choosing the right kind of foods. Carbohydrates are good, but you want to do low glycemic carbohydrates only. You don't want to really get off into the processed carbohydrates. When you start heading down that road, that's when inflammation just starts to skyrocket in the body. So you want to eat the right kind of carbohydrates. Look for a glycemic index scale, and it will list all the different carbohydrates. The highest is 100, the lowest is 0. There's nothing at 0. They all do something. So as far as moving your blood sugar up and down, but like fruits and vegetables, they're down at like 20, 19, 18, 15. They're down on the low end of the scale. So you have to find the right kind of carbohydrates. If you eat high glycemic carbohydrates, which is like maybe 50 and up or 60 and up on the scale all the time, you're just flooding your body with inflammation that's unnecessary on a regular basis. So I would encourage you to look at that glycemic index scale and figure out exactly what your body needs and the kind of foods that you like. Because you'll look on that scale and you say, man, I love this. I don't like that. I like this. I don't like that. You get it. Very, very important. All right. Now, again, you can send us an email. You can text us. You can call in on the phones. And I see you there on the phone, so hang tight. But I do want to get an email. There's been a ton of emails come in, but I want to grab this one from Jonathan, who lives in Los Angeles, California. He says that we've been dealing with a lot of these staying at home and mandates. We're getting out now, and we want to know what kind of restaurants should we be going to, what kind of food should we be eating or thinking of. Look, here's the thing. I get it. You're probably so sick of having home-cooked meals, you want to get out and go to the restaurants. Those are great. I mean, the restaurants are fantastic. But just make sure it's like anything else. Have fun, enjoy yourself, but make good choices. Whole food based. Don't just go out and go crazy and eat a bunch of fried food and do all that. If you want to have one meal, that you do that. But if you start to go out to eat on a regular basis, remember, just keep it balanced. Stay away from foods that are cooked in oils, which are fried foods, okay? And make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, but not with your meal. Because when you start to drink more fluids with your meals, that's what becomes a major issue along the way. Because remember, you're only as healthy as the food you can eat, digest, absorb, assimilate, and eliminate. And when you eat food and you drink a lot of water with it, it dilutes the digestive juices, which is mainly hydrochloric acid, which means you can't break your foods down as well. So in restaurants especially, you want to be careful not to just drink, and eat and do it all at the same time, because it'll dilute the ability for your body to digest. And digestion is the key. Enjoy your food. Don't get me wrong. But it's what you do on the regular that really matters when it comes down to your health. So when you're checking off those boxes, you just want to make sure, even when you're eating out, and you can eat out healthy, but just make sure you're making the right choices every single day. And that's how you put those small deposits in your health account to get the kind of health that you're looking for. Like, you have to do that more than anybody else on this show. We want to help you do that. I want to thank you for always being with us, for joining us, and for being a part of the show. All right, now we want to go to the phones, and I want to talk to Olivia. Hi, Olivia. Welcome to the show.
The reason I'm calling is because I see so little on the air about pancreatic cancer. I was diagnosed in 2007 with pancreatic and liver cancer and given 2 to 3 months to live. Obviously, by calling you, I'm still here. And the reason the doctors say that I survived and other patients with the same treatment did not survive is because of the diet that I went on, which was an alkaline diet, as well as a juice that my husband put together after studying at length to see what were the best vegetables and fruits for me to have. I just wonder why it is that more people, more hospitals don't acknowledge this diet as being good for people. It sure as heck can't hurt anyone. My doctor said that it was the only reason that I survived all these years. So I'm curious to know why we don't hear about pancreatic cancer that often, and we don't hear about an alkaline diet.
I do know this. First of all, it is your diet that definitely helps you overcome that health challenge, for sure, without a doubt. Because one of the main things you got to focus in on, and it's really important to understand that it hasn't been mainstream thought, and doctors are really now more than ever. There's more studies done that these kind of diets, the alkaline diet, for example, fruits and vegetables, vegetarian diet, vegan, anything that puts the body in an alkaline state wards off most disease process in the body. We know that now for a fact. Anything that makes the body more acidic can be more challenging with cancer and those sorts of health challenges. But we know for a fact an alkaline-based diet, which is mostly fruits and vegetables, can put the body and the immune system in a state where it can function at its best overall level. And so, I got to just tell you, like, as I clap my hands, like, you made the right choice. And we did a documentary. It was a reality TV show called 8 Days. And my friend Charles Maddox and I put this together with some of the top experts and physicians, cancer physicians from around the globe. And we did this, and what we found was they all sang the same song, meaning that they all said that the alkaline diet and eliminating meat and they had certain principles. And they were from like Germany and Mexico and different places in Europe. They all had the same thought. That and proven track record in working with patients, understanding that when you do an alkaline diet and when you do a diet that's based around eating the right kind of foods in the right way at the right time and giving the body a break and giving the body the ability to facilitate to heal, yes, it is the right way. So you got to remember this, that the thought about diet and lifestyle and exercise and all of this, even though we've known about it for years, it's just becoming mainstream right now. More doctors are doing studies on it, more universities are doing studies on it, and there's so much clinical study and data now that we know it's the way to go. So it's coming on, and we're going to see it more and more as time goes on for people to realize that their lifestyle choices and their lifestyle is the best form of medicine, just like you figured out for yourself. I mean, you're still here. Like, that matters to everybody that you love, care about. I'm excited that you're still here.
Did you know you could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.